Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for January the 18th through to the 24th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, let me take a moment to thank you for all the support that you give me each and every day. Truly, thank you so much. Now, let's get to the energy of the week. Let's get to you. We start with the Judgment card. So we don't want to be making snap decisions this week. We don't want to jump the gun on anything. We want to think things through. We want to take the long route. We want to keep our integrity intact. We want to have sound judgment when we're making our decisions on going forward. Most definitely with the Judgment card, okay? It's not pushing through energy. It's not trying to get ahead of the game. It's taking it one step at a time. It's taking deliberate action. It's taking deliberate thought in all you do in order to have such a successful week. And I think you're going to have a very successful week, at least going into the weekend and into next week. Whatever you pick up from this week is just going to follow through. So the week should be getting better and better, but we don't want to push through energy. We don't want to jump to conclusions. We want to ask questions. We want to investigate. We want to strategize so that our plans are good and sound, our reactions to things are good and sound. We have the Wheel of Fortune, closing a door, waiting for a new door to open. Now, a lot of times this has to do with finances, this card. So it could be in job. It could be reorganizing your finances so that there's more money than month at the end of it all. But in some way, I mean, when we lean back on the Judgment card and we're closing doors and we're waiting for those new doors to open, those new doors won't open until we close the door. So we are looking at what changes we need to make in our life. It could be changing jobs. It could be changing our position within the workforce. It could be going for a promotion. It could be setting off and taking a hobby that we have done and turning it into a money maker in order to create extra income for ourselves. Now we have the Sun here, and the Sun overlaps the Five of Swords. So I think relationships do come into play this week for you. Okay, now the Sun is you. It's all about you. Okay, that light is not coming from the sky. It's coming from you. So it's raising your vibration. It's raising your sense of surety about who you are, your self-confidence of who you are, where you're going, and the people that you want to surround yourself with. Okay? You know, I almost see you standing in those swords, drawing the line in the sand. So if you're in relationships that are testy or they're not beneficial to you, or you know, whatever the case may be, I think you are looking at your relationships as part of the package this week and seeing who you want to go forward with, because the other half of the card is you walking to a beautiful new tomorrow with somebody else in tow. So I think in some ways you are rewriting the rule book when it comes to certain friends or certain associations. And it could be family, it could be community, it could be job. But it's almost like you are drawing a line in the sand. So if they are asking you to take on responsibilities or obligations, this is not the time to do it unless it benefits you, because it's right with the Sun. So you really need to look at what people ask of you, and does it reflect what you want to do going forward. And I think that's a part of it this week for you. I think that even though it may be career you're looking at more, because I usually put the Wheel of Fortune with career, with growing your income in some way, growing your finances in some way. I think you're also looking at the people that surround you. And yes, friendships are a two-way street, right? We give, they give. We receive, they receive. But I think you're looking at the balance within some friendships, some associations. And do they have your best interest at heart? Do you have their best interest at heart? Is it part of your path forward to have their best interests at heart? Or maybe they need to stand on their own 2 feet. We have the Six of Swords. You're definitely going to be going forward. And you are going to be going forward, one, based on the wisdom that you have collected. So you've already got this wisdom inside of you. But you also know it's going to be hard work. Now, for some of you, it may be travel, it may be moving. That's always an obvious with this card. And because of the placement, it may be more than less of you that are moving in some way physically. But for all of you, it's moving forward on your path and knowing it's going to take work and it's going to take determination. It's going to take discipline. We don't have a motor on that boat. And there's somebody else in the boat. So yes, I think friendships or associations comes into play. Who goes forward with you? Who stays behind? I think you may be giving that a lot of thought this week. 10 of Wands. This is you with full plate. This is you with way too many responsibilities and obligations, or things that shouldn't be a part of your life that is a part of your life, and you really do need to draw the line in the sand here. Okay, we have a sack that is on our backs and it's filled with wands, and some of them have some beautiful new growth and potential to take us forward, and other ones are dead. There's no growth on them. They're weighing us down. They're holding us back. They're making each step forward so incredibly hard. And I think this week is the week where you look in that sack and say, this goes, this stays, this I'm growing. This is where I want to develop. This is my past. It no longer belongs in my life. And I think you are mainly taking stock this week. Remember, with the new moon, we planted the seeds for new beginnings, new starts. And now, as the full moon approaches, we are looking at what is holding us back, what is weighing us down, what is not working with us but against us, and coming to some strong conclusions. And I think I've told every sign, so I'm going to tell you the exact same thing that I've been telling everybody. Turn off the TV, turn off the phone, turn off the computer, close the door, and spend some time with yourself and just allow your thoughts to come. Think things through. Plan, strategize. Have some honest conversations with yourself about who belongs in your life, what belongs in your life, what is weighing you down, what is pulling you down, what is not allowing you to go forward. Where do you need to draw that line in the sand? Where do you need to renegotiate a friendship or an association? Because by week's end, I mean, we have the death card here. And in the position it's in, it's like you become liberated, you become freer, or you're feeling freer, you're feeling liberated. You understand what is necessary to go in your life, and you're okay with leaving it in the dust behind you as you trailblaze forward. And do I think you're trailblazing forward? I think by the weekend, maybe. I think that this week is mainly the inner thoughts. And it could be conversations and situations that you have to face and draw your lines in the sand and understand what really needs to go and stay. But for the most part, it's an internal. And the more energy you give to this, the more you use the energy for your greater good, the freer you're going to feel, the more liberated you're going to feel. And as you go into the weekend and next week, we have the most beautiful cards. We have Justice and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, Justice is the demanding of harmony, balance, joy coming into your life. And I think you see how to do that because it's coupled with the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new path forward with abundance. It could be more finances in your life. It could be well-being. It could be a happier you, a freer you, a more liberated you. And with this card, it can come from an outside source. It could be somebody that teams up with you and helps you grow a dream. Or it could be a financial chunk coming in that you didn't necessarily earn. So it could be like a court settlement or an insurance payout or maybe even a small win on a lottery or an unexpected gift of cash in order to help you in some way step onto the path to take the next step into your future. Absolutely. So it's how you use the energy this week is going to determine the amount of freedom that you feel, the liberation that you feel, the lack of limitation that is imposed on you in your life, so that you can step into your new opportunities, so that you can bring in balance and joy and well-being into your life. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.